So for this bag, some of the materials needed, ooh, a pair of scissors, your crochet hook, this is 5 millimeters, your yarn, some tape measure, a ruler, something to measure, some stitch markers, or some bobby pins. Bobby pins works too. And the brand of yarn that I use for this is Big Twist. This is 100% acrylic, so is this one. This is a different brand. I just had leftovers, but in total, I used about like 50 grams of yarn. This is a 4 or medium weight yarn for both of them. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Hey everyone, welcome to this tutorial. I'm gonna show you how to start this bag. So to start off, I'm using a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. Got this in my Amazon pack. The link is in the description if you want it. I'd recommend, it's quite a big bulk of good deals. So to start, we're gonna start with a slip stitch. No, a slip knot, wow. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold it like this. You're gonna take the tail piece and cross it over. You're gonna hold the X and you're gonna push your 2 fingers through this hole and grab the anchor yarn, the one attached to the yarn ball. And you're just gonna pull it through till it makes this cute little loop. And now we will start. So this is going to be like the base size of the bag. I'm doing mine for 41 single crochets, chains. In total it's 40. 41 is just to like give it a little breathing room. So how you do a chain is you hold it like this, you go under, you grab this yarn, and you pull this one through there, like so. So that's 1, under, grab, 2, under, grab, 3, and when I go along, I like to hold on to this, under, grab, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and I'm just gonna keep going until I reach 41. All right, so right now I have my 41 chains, and we're gonna start doing single crochets. This whole bag is just a bunch of single crochets, so quite easy. How you do this is, this last chain we did, ignore that. We're gonna go into this one, the second to last. We're gonna push our hook through that V, like that. We're gonna grab the yarn on the other side and pull it through, like so. So now you have 2 loops, and now you're gonna yarn over with your yarn. You're gonna pull this last one through these 2, like so. And we're gonna go into each of these. Well, actually, that's number 1. Since this is a checkered pattern, we're gonna do 5 of each. So that's 1. Go into the second hole, like this. That's 2. Next hole, push in, grab the yarn, yarn over. That's 3, 4, grabbing some extra, 4, and then 5. I'm gonna push in, grab our yarn like this, and here is where we're gonna start transitioning into our other color. I'm gonna do this one, instead of like yarning over traditionally with the pink one, we're gonna grab the hot pink, right? Gonna grab this hot pink, and we're gonna grab this yarn, right? I leave about a few inches on the other side just for security purposes. And I'm gonna pull this one through these two instead of the light pink, like that. And now you're gonna grab the scrap pieces of both of these yarns, this shorter pink one and the long one of the light pink, and we're gonna try to tuck it in here while we do our work, okay? So grab onto the hot pink or your new color anchor yarn, and we're gonna be using this. These two colors, we're gonna hold it down right there on top of our chain while we do our work. So for this next single crochet, we're gonna push through this next bead, and we're gonna grab the anchor yarn of the hot pink and pull it through like that, so that these two scrap pieces are in between. We're gonna yarn over around them, and we're gonna pull this one through. So that's one for the hot pink. Again, we're gonna keep these nice and tight in there. Grab this pink yarn. That's two. They're both pink, yes, I know. That's two. Gonna push it in, grab it again. You see? That's three. Four. And then lastly, five. Right there. We're gonna stop right there. Yarn over. Like so. So now you have it like this, and you can kind of see the other color yarn in between. All you're gonna want to do is like pull on it. Just here. You can pull on it like this, and it will tighten everything through so it's less visible. And now we're gonna switch back to the light pink. So now we're gonna take these two hot pinks, and we're gonna want to try to hide them. So I'm gonna push through, grab the hot pink for the last time, pull it through, and now I'm gonna switch over to this pink color. I'm gonna yarn over with this one, but make sure that these two strings are underneath it. Yarn over, pull, and keep these two at the top. Right? Push through like so. Grab the yarn over. So that's one. Push through, over. That's two. Push through. Three. Here is four, and the last one as five. So that's what it looks like. We're gonna pull this hot pink colors so that the pink becomes more tight, the light pink I mean, right? And so if you want to count them, let's see, this one is easier to view. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're switching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6, we're switching. So grab a little extra yarns, and now to switch again back to the pink, the hot pink, the darker color. We're gonna pull everything nice and tight. We're gonna push through this next opening. I'm gonna grab the hot pink again for the last time, pull it back, and we're gonna yarn over with the hot pink, the darker color, not the tail bit, but the official one that's like attached to the yarn ball. We're gonna yarn over, and we're gonna pull that one through. Oops, like that. Okay, so there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now we're switching. So these two extra colors, this one eventually will be gone, but this pink one, the lighter pink, we're gonna hide it, place it right on top, we're gonna go in, grab the yarn, yarn over. That's number 1. Like that. Number 2, tighten this, pull these strings as you go. Number 3, 4, and 5. So now it looks like that. See that color changing magic? Yes. And this is what she's looking like. Now we're gonna come around this way and then go around. Like our bag is just gonna be like this big little, I don't know how to explain it. I made a tiny version of somewhat what I wanted the bag to look like. So right now we just finished this first row and we're gonna wanna curve, come around. We're gonna continuously just be curving around the little bag. These straps are a little too thick right here, but it's essentially what we're gonna wanna do, like a continuous big circle. To then move on to this other side, we're gonna, since our last color was the pink, we're gonna chain 1 and we're gonna do 1 more right in here, right at that top, the same hole, right? So we're gonna go in, yarn over and pull through. And now we're gonna try to go onto this other side, okay? Once we do this, which is maybe the most challenging part of this whole bag, it's easier. So these V's that we originally went into, we're gonna go into them again, yet on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna push through while keeping this hot pink down, okay? Remember that. We're gonna grab the light pink, we're gonna pull it back up, yarn over with the light pink while we're holding down the darker color, and pull it through like so. And we're gonna keep doing what we did on the other side. So holding this one on top, we're gonna continue doing our single crochets through this chain, the foundation chain. We're gonna push through, grab the yarn, yarn over. So that's number 2. Did that one, 2. Push through, the yarn. It's 3. Okay. Push through. That is 4. And last one, push through, grab the yarn, and chain. That is last number 5, okay? Pulling the hot pink color or the darker color so you don't see it underneath. We're gonna go into this next one, grab the pink, the light color, and we're gonna chain over with this darker color, and we're gonna pull through like so. 2. Gonna come to this top point. See right there at that top. And I go 3 to this next opening. You see it right there. It's this one. This is the chain you want it to start tightening off. So if you look at the top, here are the V's up here where we first started off. Throughout this whole bag where we're doing the single crochets, we're gonna wanna push through both of these lines of the V right there. You're gonna push through right there like that. And through the pink also, we're gonna push through both of them so you can see both pieces of yarn are on top. We're gonna keep holding the opposite color on top. So for me, the darker one, we're gonna push through that V like that. Both of the pieces of yarn are on there, and grab the light color, pull it through, yarn over, and do our single crochet. Okay, so this top part is the last V with the light pink color. So this is where we're gonna switch off again to this darker color. So we're gonna push through, grab the light pink for the last time, and yarn over with this darker color. Okay. Now we're gonna begin doing it with the dark pink again, okay? So we're just gonna keep alternating back and forth. So I'm gonna push in, grab the dark color, yarn over, and pull through as one. And now again, we're gonna switch back to the lighter pink because we're on the last of the dark pink. I'm gonna push through, grab our dark color, and then yarn over with the new color that we're switching to, and pull it through like that. And now we're gonna start counting again as we go along. Sorry for moving the camera, okay. So right here, I'm finishing row 2 of this area, and we're about to come back to where we started. We're gonna keep doing as we're doing, pushing into the tops of every one of them right here. All the ones that you can see, or you should go into. Like you're gonna be able to distinctly see the V's at the top, like right there, up there, and around. So we're gonna go in through those, right? And right here, there's no need to like really count because we're just going into each of them. And again, now that we're at the last V of the lighter color is when we're gonna switch back to the red. That's how you're gonna remember each time, okay? The last one is then when you're gonna switch. So we're gonna push through, grab this light pink for the last time right here, yarn over with the new color, and pull it through. Pull everything nice and little tights. If you work neat, and we're gonna go in and start this new color. We're gonna keep doing this, the same pattern that I've been teaching, until we reach row 5, okay? Because then we're gonna start alternating once again, okay? So keep going. This is row 2, all the way here for row 3, 4, and then when we reach row 5, I'll meet you back here. All right, guys, so I'm here finishing off row 5, and your bag should begin to like pull inwards like this. And the way that you can count the 5 rows is you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? Both sides, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right here, I'm finishing off number 5 for the dark pink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to start alternating the colors, all right? To give that checkered effect. So what we're gonna wanna do, you can just remove this, and I'm just gonna finish off with the pink right here, how you would normally. And we're gonna keep doing this pink right on top of the light pink. We're gonna continue the dark pink on the light pink, okay? Like this. We're just gonna keep going so we officially can change the color. So like that, going around. So right here, I'm gonna pull the pink at the bottom to tighten it off a bit while maintaining the shape, okay? And since this is the last one, we're gonna transition back to the light pink color, so the light pink is on top of the dark pink. So we're gonna go like this, switch it off, and begin. Right, so we're gonna like keep doing this every 5 rows we're gonna change. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going like this until I'm 5 rows into it again. And I'm gonna show you how to transition it once more, just in case. So I'll meet you back when I finish 5 rows of this new switched color, and I'll show you how to switch it off one more time. All right, so this is what the bag is looking like right now. I'm gonna switch off again to start the new row of squares to continue this checkered pattern. So if you wanna count again, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to be switching again because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this one was done, and now we're going to start to continue this pink on top of here. So just to show you real quick, I'm going to do the last one of the pink. Pull it tight a little bit, come down. And then instead of switching off to the dark pink, we're just gonna continue with this light pink all the way until we reach the light pink section again. So just like this. Okay. So again, right here, we're at the last V of the dark color. So now we're going to switch off so that the dark color is on top of this light color. So how we do that, we insert ourselves into that last one, and then we switch off to the dark color to pull through, and we continue. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and I'll come back with some measurements of my bag right before we start doing the strap section. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I finished as much of the body of the bag that I want to, and just to give you a few measurements for reference, this is about 9 inches wide and like 6.5 inches in height. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows with about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns, right? So now we're gonna start to work on the straps, and they're gonna like sloop upwards, okay? And what I'm gonna do, since this bag's width is about like 9 inches, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So I'm gonna mark off where the 3-inch give or so is on each side, like 3 inches inwards. And this is where we're gonna start to, we're gonna continue crocheting, and right here we're not gonna do anything. I don't know if that's clear to explain, but I'll just show you as I go. Depending on how you wanna do it, I'm gonna divide it by 3. I'm going to take a stitch marker or a bobby pin and mark it off where it's evenly split into 3 sections. So it's like about here, and then like about like somewhere, I'm going to say like right here. It doesn't need to be too precise, but this is where we're going to start to do the strap. So I would do it on this side, and I'd also put one on the other side of the bag as well. So just flipping this way and looking at it from an upwards angle. Just gonna add a bobby pin in the same spot, just so we keep things as even as possible. So right now I'm here doing some work. So I'm going to continue, and I'm going to stop when I reach back here, and I'll show you how we're going to do this strap thing, all right? So I'll be right back. So I just want to also say this, that when you're doing this last row before you start doing your strap should be like an even square as these are. So like these are 5 rows and this is 5 rows. And now we're gonna start the straps, because you don't want it to be like just 2 rows and you start the strap, because it'll start to look a little off. But I'm right here close to the stitch marker. So what I'm gonna just do is do it as normal, go into the last opening where the stitch marker is, right that, tighten this lighter color underneath a little bit. I'm going to chain 1. I'm gonna flip my work over and I'm gonna start crocheting back this way, okay? And when you're doing this, remember to carry along your lighter color that's underneath. So our first opening will be right here. Not this one, because that's where we did the chain 1. Can you see it? Not there, but we're gonna go into this one. This opening right there. So, I'm gonna continue the work as normal, carrying the lighter color that's underneath, continuing to like put it under as we work. So, tightening this off into that opening, right? But we're gonna do something called a slip stitch. So we're gonna keep this light color on top of the row how we normally would to keep it hidden. But we're gonna go in, we're gonna grab the dark pink as we would, but instead of yarning over for a single crochet, we're just gonna slip this one through there like that, okay? And now we're gonna continue doing the single crochet. So the first one is just a slip stitch, and now we're gonna do the single crochets. I'm gonna keep going, following the pattern as normal until we get to this side, and I'll show you how to do it when we get there. Okay, so I'm at this last area of the stitch marker for this side, and again, all we're gonna do is chain 1. If you want, you can go into this opening. It just gets a little confusing since it's a new color that's so close, you know? So I'd rather just like chain 1 here, and I already did it. And then flip our work around and start doing single crochets back this way towards the other side. So again, for this first one, we're going to do a slip stitch. So we're gonna go into this first opening right here. Gonna grab this light color on the other side, the light pink, pull it through, and we're gonna pull this loop through the one in the back, the second one, like so. And now we're gonna keep doing our single crochets as normal, all the way till we reach the other side. And then when we get there, I'll show you how to do a decrease once again. Like once, you know, we're back on this side, we're gonna just continue decreasing, but I'll meet you back around over here. All right, so we're back on this side and we're going to do the second decrease. So I'm gonna keep doing the single crochets until I'm at the second to last opening. So traditionally, if we were gonna do it straight, we would have gone into this opening, and then there's one right here that's kind of curved onto the side. But we're gonna ignore that last one, and the second to last opening right here, you're just gonna go in, keep the lighter color in the back so you don't see it. We're gonna grab the dark color and do a slip stitch once again. So like this, I'm gonna slip it through, right? That pink color showing, it kind of annoys me, but it's too late now. Gonna chain 1. I'm gonna flip the project over. Oh, sorry. Standing on a printer, kind of dangerous. And again, keeping this lighter color towards the inside. And now we're not gonna go into this opening because that's where we did the slip stitch. We're gonna go over here, okay? Can you see it? we're gonna keep this pink color on top of our work as we go to keep trying to keep it hidden, ignoring the area where we did the slip stitch, but going here to do our first single crochet. Go in and do it as normal. Okay, and we're gonna keep going again until we reach the other side. Yeah, honestly, that hurts me. Like, I don't know how to keep that hidden, but this is the best we're gonna do for right now. And at the end, we're gonna cover it up a bit, but we're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna come back here. We're gonna do the same thing where we skip the last opening, chain one, do a slip stitch, and then go back around. And we're gonna keep doing this until it's about 2 inches in thickness for the strap. So I'm gonna come back around here, show you how to do a decrease one more time, and then we're gonna continue with the strap until it's our desired thinness. Okay, so I'm back here on the other side, gonna do the next decrease. So again, we're gonna look. Ooh, can you hear the rain? It sounds really nice right now. Okay, we're gonna go here and here. Okay, we're gonna skip this last opening, the one that's more difficult and curved. So I'm gonna go single crochet, and here is the last one. We're doing a slip stitch, right, for the last one. Gonna go in, grab our yarn, and slip it like so. Going to chain one and flip our work back this way, and remember to pull the darker color so it's less visible, or the color that's underneath, right? And now, once you're situated, we're gonna skip this first opening again. We're gonna go here and start doing our half double crochets. So putting the darker color on top, because that's the one that's gonna be hidden right now. Grab our yarn and do it as we normally would. So I'm gonna keep going until I reach the other side again. All right, guys, welcome back. This is how far I've gotten in the bag. It's almost 2 inches. I'm about to start switching off the color so they're more of an evenness. So I wanted to show you how to do that. Apologies for the low energy at the moment. I lost my wallet, and now I gotta call all my credit card companies, get a new license, even though the DMV doesn't have an appointment available for the next 3 months. So it's a little, you know, it's a little stressful, but I'm gonna crochet to take the stress away. So right here at the moment, the measurement about 3 inches in width. So I'm gonna change up the coloring a little bit, and then we should be about 2 inches. So a little further away view, just in case. Sorry. And okay, since the pink is taking up the majority right here, we're gonna cut it off a little bit and then switch off to the other color. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spots. So I'm probably gonna do like 6 and then 5. So 6 of these, the darker pink. And if you're not in this situation, please ignore this. But if you are, count how many spaces you have and try to like split it down the middle. So right there I have 1, 2. This is 3. Right there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And now I'm going to switch off to the lighter color. Do 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last one, we're doing a slip stitch again to decrease. Going to chain 1, flip our work back around, and keep going. Actually, that is about 2 inches. So erase that. So when you reach your desired width, we're just going to continue doing a single crochet without a decrease at the end, okay? And now this is going to be the last one we're going into. And we're going to do a normal single crochet like so, and we're going to chain 1. So instead of, doing a slip stitch at the end, we're just going to start to straighten this out. Chain 1, flip our work. And now we're going to go into this first opening right here. Traditionally, if this was a slip stitch, we would have skipped it. Now we're going to go in because we want it to be more of a rectangular shape, okay? Switching off the color. And now I'm going to keep going, and I'll show you how to do it again on the other side. This one, and this is, oops, let me show you. This is the last opening because here it starts to decrease. That's a slip stitch. So here's the last one. So we're just going to do a normal single crochet, right? We're going to chain 1, and we're going to flip our work over. So now it'll look like this. It's going to start to look a little bit more straight. Now we're going to start color blocking the colors off so we can keep that checkered effect in the strap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely switch to this darker pink shade for 5 rows. And then I'm going to switch back to the lighter pink for 5, and then back and forth, okay? And while we're doing this, we're not going to decrease whatsoever. So how you do this is you go into this first opening right here. We're going to go into this opening and do our first single crochet, right? All the way across. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is our last opening right here. I'm gonna go in and do a single crochet. It's a total of 6 for me. Yours might be maybe a little bit different, but mine is actually a little less than 2 inches. So it's hard to always get it perfect. But now you're gonna chain 1 at the end. Now flip your work around. Flip your work around. And we're gonna start doing our single crochets through here. So right there is the first opening. Wow, can you hear that person coughing? Ew. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's loud. Okay. So we're gonna go in right here to this first opening and do our first single crochet again. Continuously pulling the lighter pink underneath as we go, right? And once again, we're gonna go all the way into the last one, which is right here. You can see, because you want to keep it as square looking as possible. So right here, we're going to go in, do our single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1, and we're gonna do it again. We're gonna flip our work with this pink, lighter pink behind it, or try to make sure it's always like towards the inside where it's less seen. You'll still see it here, but we're gonna cover that up in the end. And now we're gonna keep going. So this is row 3, and I'm gonna keep going until I reach 5 rows, and I'll show you how to switch off into the lighter pink color. So I'll be right back. All right, so right now for the strap, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. I'm gonna do my last single crochet for this darker pink. Okay, we're gonna go in as normal, grab it, and do our single crochet, but then we're gonna do our chain 1 with this lighter color because we're gonna be switching to it. Then we're gonna flip our work as we would. Okay, and now we're gonna start doing our single crochets, but with this lighter pink. So this dark pink will stay on top like that. Push through, grab the light pink color, and begin doing our single crochets. Okay, and then again I'm gonna go for 5 rows with this light color, and then I'm going to switch it off again to the darker color. Right, and again when you switch off to the dark pink, once again we're just going to chain 1 with the new color. So quite simple, quite easy, and I'm just going to keep going. The strap's width, it ended up being about like 1.5 inches, and so far starting from this area of where I started going straight, so right here, all the way to the top is 8 inches, all right? Just for a little reference. And now we're gonna start on the strap on this side. Don't need these stitch markers anymore. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your hook. I can remove this since I know where it's gonna be, right here. And we're gonna slip through both pieces of yarn like this and attach it onto the hook and pull it through. So we have both pieces on there, and all you're going to want to do is double knot it. So just one like that and a double knot like so. And then we're gonna begin doing the same thing we did on this side, but over here. Make sure our hook is through that same opening we tied the knot on. We're gonna pull the pink yarn through, right? And then we will chain 1. So we're attached. And now we're gonna start our single crochets. So we're gonna go back into that same hole, grab the light pink yarn over, and do our first single crochet. Then we're going to go into this next opening right here and do our second single crochet, and we're going to just keep going with the pattern, okay? And then once again we're just going to do the same thing we did on the other side all the way, and I'll come back with more measurements. All right, guys, I'm back. I finished the bag. I know it's kind of hard to see from this angle. I don't have the best tripod at the moment. My big one broke, but this is what it's looking like, okay? I'm gonna give you a bit of the measurements right now, mainly just the straps. This is the old strap we did, which measures about 7.5 inches, starting from where we begin to go straight. And the new strap right here is measuring right there, starting from the straight part is 8 inches, right? And I made sure to end it off with like a different color so when we connect it, the pattern continues. But to end off the last hook, again, we're just gonna chain one like so, then cut off these extra straps, pull it through like that, tighten it off. I'm just gonna do a little knot like so. Now to connect these two pieces, I'm going to use this leftover yarn that we have when we tied this piece off, right? When we ended it. So all you're going to do is you're going to push your hook through that opening, and we're going to try to weave it together with this one. So actually I'm going to start over here. I'm going to push through this last opening like that, and I'm going to attach both of these spare pieces of yarn, and I'm going to pull it through on the other side. All right, and then I'm going to come this way and I'm going to grab it again through that second opening. I'm going to pull them through. Then I'm going to go into the second opening for this pink one, pull it through, right? Pull it tight as you go along. And then we're going to go into this third opening, and we're just going to keep going back and forth until we reach the end. So let me do that. Okay, so I just finished at the last end, and I'm running it short on some yarn, but it's actually perfect. So then you're going to do a double knot here at the end, keep them nice and tight, and that they don't undo. Okay, and then you can weave these pieces through here so they don't pop out later. That. Okay, and then you can cut off the excess and then do the same thing with the darker pink color or whatever colors you may be using. And now, this is very optional. Like honestly, the bag I think looks pretty good the way it is, but I'm gonna try doing a light scalloping, or like, not a scalloping, like a border along the edges to make it look a bit more smooth at the final product. You'll attach your yarn somewhere you like, right? I'm gonna do it right here, this pink, because I'm gonna use a light pink to finish it off. Like that. Do a double knot. All right, so once you are attached, we're gonna do a single crochet all along the border on both sides. This is optional, but I just think it looks neater at the end. So you're gonna insert your hook where you tied the double knot at. You're gonna grab the yarn on the other side and pull it through. You're gonna chain one like that. Then you're gonna go into this next opening, grab it, and do a single crochet. Ooh. A single crochet like that, and you can weave this tail bit through as you go. Gonna go into the next opening, do a single crochet, and we're just gonna keep going, just one into each of these holes you would have normally done a single crochet. And for the straps, there's not exactly like a space like this that's clear where you should enter into, but all I would say is to try to keep it as even as possible as you do it, Right, so I'm gonna go right here. Then I'm gonna start to go like somewhere right here. Right there. Like there's no exact opening. Just, you know, feel it out. Do what you think makes it look the best. So, yeah. Let me know, guys, what colors did you end up making your crocheted bag? Congrats to all of you who have finished. You put in that hard work, your hands have probably cramped at least a little bit, and now you have a beautiful bag and you get to appreciate your work. So if you made it this far, let me know that you finished doing your bag. Let me know how it turns out. You can always like send me a picture of it on Instagram, because a lot of you guys have been sending me pictures and I feel very proud, like a teacher or something. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this video and what type of crochet content you would be interested in seeing next. So, all right, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, do this, right? This is what it's looking like. And then do it again on this side. But yeah, okay. Thank you again, guys. Peace.